welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to just do kind of a get ready with me and just try out some new products, some products I've had, whatnot. And one we're going to try out is this little guy here. I did get this. I think it came yesterday. I don't know what it is with the Jeffree Star website, but it takes forever for mine to come. I think I'm like last on the list. I don't know. Anyway, excuse the little kind of working on new backgrounds and whatnot, but this is it here. You guys have seen this packaging. Look at that. That's quite crazy. You guys have seen this packaging. You guys have heard people talk so wonderful about this, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to hear that from me, because the second you get any kind of powder on your finger and you touch this, it's velvet. I mean, it's crushed velvet. It's gorgeous, though. Don't get me wrong. I love this crown. Very pretty. And it does have like a jewelry box type closure that you pull up and it unlocks it. I was very impressed with the fact this guy here, this is like heavy duty, like third level plastic. I didn't take the cover off my mirror, so I don't blind you guys, but that is the palette there. I'm gonna just kind of play around with it. I'm not gonna go, well, I say I'm not gonna go super crazy because I'm just gonna run errands today, but God only knows where this is gonna wind up. But let's just do it. I'm gonna go into this color here, Deviant, which is this like lavender, very pretty lavender color. My mirror is not where I need it to be. Almost forgot. Let's prime my eyelids with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer.
A few moments later.
I went ahead and used the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. I have been going between the Gerard Cosmetics and the Anastasia, just mainly because the Gerard Cosmetics is a little too dark for me, just a tad, and the Anastasia's is a lot lighter base. I like that when I'm using more of pastel type eye looks. Just gonna lightly go over the actual eye, the lid a little bit right here. I did kind of blend that out. I took the Beauty Blender and just lightly went over it, and it just kind of took away a little bit of that extra. I like a little bit extra lighter formula on the lid. That's that there. I haven't done my base yet. I'm doing my eyes first today. Now let's go back with Deviant, that lavender color, and go ahead and pop that into the crease. That is a beautiful lavender color. It's a lot lighter than some of the other kind of purpley tones he's done before. And I like that because, of course, I am a lot lighter skin than most, it seems like. I swear I have like the fairest skin. I wear the lightest foundation color in 90% of foundations. If you are lighter than me, you know the struggle. It's not easy. Let's go ahead and pop that on that side. I did leave this base just slightly tacky, and the reason being is Jeffree Star's formula, it does very well if you kind of tap it on and then blend it out instead of going right to blending. You get a lot better, see, color payoff. He does use very pigmented shadows, and if you have not tried Jeffree Star's eyeshadows or do not have any, you have a huge epic giveaway where you can get quite a few of his palettes in that. I think there's 3 palettes in there. But now I'm going to go into, this one is Vivid Moon, which is the little darker purple. Excuse this brush, it's not all that clean, but see, it's a little more darker, but it's in that same kind of lavendery tone. I'm going to bring that in here, just a little bit higher in the crease, and then blend that over. Going to pick that up on the end of the brush and blend that in. Well, today I wanted to really just kind of do a get ready with me, but really just kind of talk about some updates that have been going on. My fiance is doing wonderful. He is now out of his I guess you call those walking cast type boots, and he's in a high top sneaker is what they have him in. And he is actually able to take about 5 or 6 steps before he has to, stop. But he's able to at least put pressure on the feet now, and just carefully he's got to, take a couple steps. And I could only imagine breaking both feet, what that's like, but I would not want to know. All right, I'm going to stick in the purple family, and I'm going to go into this one here, which is Blood Queen. This even darker, we're going to go into a darker purple. The thing I like is these are all in that same kind of tones, like that grape kind of tone, and I'm going to bring that on the outer corner right here. And they probably picked up enough pigment that I could tap this, and I did, onto the other side. And I'm just putting that on the outer third of that lid. That is a gorgeous color. Now I am not tapping these off. When I am going in with bright colors like this and I want a bright look, I don't tap off my brush. Sometimes I'll kind of shake it just to get a little extra, but I also did not do my base for that exact reason, so I could do that. Now I'm going to go ahead and carve the top of that lid and the lowest part of that. My eyes are very hooded, so that is why I bring that in like that, because it really gets in there. And see how that just really gives some depth to my eye. Not really bringing it into the inner corner, but I'm keeping that into the crease and just using that to really carve that out. Somebody was asking me about the other day how I did more colorful looks with my very hooded eyes, and that's what I was trying to explain to them, and they didn't quite understand. And I told them I would put this on a video, and that is, I'm just doing kind of a simple look. I'm just going to take a little more fluffy brush, this one here, and this is just a clean brush, and I'm going to just go around the edge and really blend that off, just to soften everything up, even underneath where I've kind of went under. I'm going to clean that up a lot more after I do my base. But now I want to pick up, let's see, these are very dusty. That's kind of typical with his shadows. I think I'm going to pick this up. This is Your Majesty, and this is just a very kind of cool toned white, kind of light. It's almost like an off-white, but slightly gray. It's got a little bit of a gray tone, but I'm going to bring that right there in that upper. I am going to go ahead and get my base going there, and then we'll do the underneath. I think today I am going to use my Touchelette. My YSL primer. Now, I like this because this really gives a smoothing look to my face. My face has been very textured looking lately. I'm going to go in with my Shiseido Synchro Glow, and I'm just going to pick that up on with this, I think it's called the Heavenly Skin, isn't it? Oh, CC Skin Perfector from It Cosmetics. I'm going to pick that up and just kind of work that in. I really like this foundation because it's not real heavy. It's a kind of high, I call it medium. You can build it up to kind of a higher medium, but I don't. I really shear this out. And I just really enjoy this foundation because it really is plumping to the skin. And if you have more mature skin, you kind of want as much moisture as you can get on the skin. I see a lot of more mature, not even more mature, I would say women in their 30s and 40s that really go with these matte foundations and just really caking on these powders. And, you know, yes, it can look very beautiful on camera, but in person, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. Now, I am going to just kind of work that in, and then I'm going to go back over this with a beauty blender and just pick up a tiny bit and just go over a few areas that really just don't sit all that great. And kind of clean up that eye a little bit. A lot of times when I'm just at home running errands and whatnot, I will go ahead and just do a simple, you know, kind of CC cream, or even just even powder foundation, or really a light serum foundation, and just really blend it out. You know, just blend that out quite a bit. Like I said, we're going to try some new products. So I'm going to grab my Pat McGrath concealer. And what did I get? I got it in L5. Now, her concealers run very, very light, but they do run very yellow. Now, I just tiny bit, just to kind of brighten up that area there, mainly. More than anything, I just want to brighten it a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of blend that out with the sponge. Now, I have more mature skin, so I am very careful not to go absolutely crazy with concealers. You guys know I don't use concealer a lot, but I have found myself, look how pretty that product just blends out. Now, I got the concealer, I got the powder, and I've got the brush. I just got the brush because for some reason that didn't show up with everything else, but it was supposed to do. And in a lovely Pat McGrath style, she made sure to get her assistant right on making sure I had my brush. So now, instead of going right in with powder, I will kind of just let that sit for a minute and kind of tap. You see, I'm tapping the little parts that get in my lines with getting the extra foundation and extra concealer out of those areas. And letting that really just settle in. Let that really just settle down. If you worry about your skin, you know, kind of looking cakey and kind of just not looking that great, try that little trick because it works wonders for me. I really have noticed a difference in my foundation and especially concealers by doing that. Just making sure it's really on there and really just kind of tapped out. Now, I am so excited that I finally got back this guy here. I ran out of this a while ago. This is the old formula of the La Mer, and I love it. I've always loved this. Now, I like to take my little sponge and just barely, when I say barely, I'm going to show you, I mean barely any. Barely, whoops, I picked up a little too much. Barely any on the tip, and just tap. Right where I was worried about that settling down, just tap. See, you can't even really tell that I put powder there. Now, in a few spots that kind of crease on me, I have been doing this. I just happen to have a beauty blender today. I normally don't use these. I have quite a few of them. I need to use them. So you can't even really tell that I put a whole lot of powder on my face. Now I'm going to take my little powder brush. Where is my powder brush? I like using the Sonia G, Master Face Brush. And I will pick up, I go ahead and swirl that in and kind of tap it. And if you see, there's powder on there, but not a lot. And I will kind of just tap this, mainly in the spots where I'm going to be putting product. Now's when I go in and I do my brows. Let me go get my pencil to do my brows, and I'm going to show you guys a neat little trick with that. I have here the Arch Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil. That's a mouthful. From Hourglass in dark brunette. Now, I'm going to show you the easiest way to do your brows. Take the spoolie and you're going to go ahead and brush them up. Now, of course, you want to make sure you have them kind of cleaned up, plucked, or whatever you do to clean yours up. I kind of clean mine up just right through here in this area, and that's about it on mine. I do trim any length that goes over. Now I'm going to take my pencil. You don't need a whole lot out. I just take that little bit out. Now draw a line just under where you want your hairline, right here, and draw it straight across. Straight across, one line. Now you're going to draw one line from there to here and bring that up. And you draw one line from here to right where this line was. See where this line ended? You're going to draw this line straight there. See how I've just structured that brow with 4 lines, basically 4 lines. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's about it. From there, you just kind of fill in lightly, and then I like to take it and draw hair-like strokes straight up. That's it. I mean, that is it to a brow. And the best way to do this is just sit in front of the mirror with a makeup wipe and your pencil and over and over again until you like it. And keep in mind, it's not going to be the first try. See how I kind of messed it up? And I'm just wiping right there. And you can always take your foundation brush or your sponge, whatever you put your foundation on with, and lightly go over that and kind of clean it up if you make a mistake. See, I like to kind of round that off right there a little bit, and I will even kind of take my finger and kind of knock that up right there where it was kind of squared. See, and kind of take that little section right there and just kind of wipe that little spot out. And that is it. From there, you just take your spoolie and go up. Go up, kind of brush out the tail. And that just kind of blurs those like real stark lines that we did. But there it is. And that is, I mean, there's not a whole lot to it. Love this eyeliner. It lasts a long time. Larger than life long wear eyeliner. And this is in black. I'm going to look down slightly and tightline my eye. Makes it so easy to tightline the eye if you kind of look away from where you're doing it, because it seems like if you do it right in front of your eyes just kind of close. Now I'm going to take a little pencil brush, and I love these little Rephr number 3 brushes for anything under the eye. Let me grab this right here. My eye is watering. Stop that eye from watering. Little trick, if your eye waters a lot, tap your nose. Tap the bridge of your nose right here. It immediately makes your nose stop running and your eyes stop watering. I'm gonna go in with Blood Queen, and that's that darkest purple we used, and I'm just gonna use that under the eye. I'm gonna just bring that under, right up tight against the eye. I don't know what is going on out on the other side of my house, but it is awful. Today, I get a scream from across the house. Honey, come here. And I'm like, I hear the dog barking. I'm like, dude, it's just, the dogs are just barking at somebody walking down the street. Shut up. He goes, no, come here. So I go in there. No, snake! The dog is outside the bedroom window. In the grass outside the bedroom window. Ruff, 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 ruff. And he has a snake about that long and about that big around, cornered. And this thing is like, meow, meow, meow. I mean, this thing's jumping this far. So I have to get it. If you guys don't know, I worked with reptiles for many years. I worked with numerous different reptiles. So I'm very used to it. But it's not like I want to go outside and run and go pick up a snake. Because I really don't. Right. I'm going to go ahead and grab some setting spray, and this is the Allegra Chetty Beauty Mist. And if you like the smell of coconuts, guys, you will love this stuff. I love this. I've been using this an awful lot. She is also an influencer on here. It has a really fine mist to it, and I'm just going to shake off the extra, and I am going to pick up this one here, which is Take the Crown. I'm going to pick that up. I love this purple color. I have not used it personally, but I've seen everybody using it. It's gorgeous. Now I'm going to bring that right here. That is, wow, that is pretty. I think I might use something a little darker on the outside too. That is a gorgeous color. I'm going to go ahead and once again give that a little spray, shake off the extra, and I am going to go into this one right here. I should have went into this one at first because I think this one's got a lot, yeah, this one's a lot brighter. I'm going to bring this one, wow, right there. Just kind of sharing that over it. I thought that was going to be darker, but it's a lot lighter. Kind of just did that slightly over it. I don't know why it's seeming to get darker when it's wet. I'm going to pick it up this way on my finger. And I'm just going to pat that right in. Right, a lot better. I don't know why it was not picking up right with that brush. So I'm going to bring that there just so we get some, you know, dimension to it. On the inner, I'm going to pick up, this is, I know, going to be my favorite color out of the whole palette, which is Wet Jewel. That's this real pinky, shiny, it's supposed to be a new formula that he's used. That is really pretty. And I'm going to bring that right there on the inner part of that eye. Ooh, that is pretty. I'm going to grab a dry MAC 424 brush. I was trying to see if I had a synthetic one dry over here, and I don't. I'm going to pick that up on a dry brush, and I'm going to pat that right there and bring it all the way over, right over those, because that works kind of a beautiful topper color. Wow, that is pretty. That is very pretty, but I'm liking it patted on a lot more. Yeah, definitely. Definitely liking that patted on a lot more. I think I'm going to take that on the side. You guys know I love doing a little shimmer on the underneath. I'm going to bring that right here. Just real light right here under the eye. And that is, I think, how we're going to do that eye look. We didn't use all the colors, but I mean, there are so many colors in that palette that if I had a spot for every color on that, I would need eyes that big. That one eye that big. Oh, goodness gracious. I really, you know, a lot of people were saying that, oh, it's not a purple palette. It's not this, it's not that. I'm sorry, it is a purple palette. It's just, it has other colors to it. So you have a lot more that you can work with there. Now I'm going to dust off that powder we did underneath, and that is it. That is the eye. I'm going to go ahead and finish off my face, and I will be right back. And that is pretty much it. Oh, I forgot highlighter. I did get the Jeffree Star one, but that is like way glittery, and I might use it on my eyes, but on the face, no. See, when you get to be over a certain age, I would say, when you get in your 40s, 50s, you know, even, depends on your skin and everything, you know, glitter is not, it's not really age appropriate, but, you know, do what you want. I know I have quite a few friends that do it, and I don't like it, but that looks gorgeous though. And this is from Lethal Cosmetics, and this is the one, I think it's called Wavelength. No, this is Scatter. This is Scatter, and it's like kind of a purple tone. It's so pretty for this. And it just, with this brush, this is a highlighter brush from Eco Tools, and this came in like a 3-piece set. And I saw Raw Beauty Christie use this, God, 6 months ago. And it took me forever to find it, but once I did, I'm glad that I did. Because I just love it. It really, like, smoothly puts on a highlighter. And he doesn't add a whole lot of texture to it, but you can really highlight that cheekbone right there. I'm looking at my monitor and trying to highlight one certain area. I'm probably, putting on way too much. But You know, who's to say that it's too much? Who's to say that you can't do whatever the hell you want? But I do like to take it and kind of blend it out a little bit just to kind of like give more of that glow. This is the fan brush, the holiday brush from Wayne Goss. And I love this to kind of blend that out. Kind of give you that lit within look. See? That really just, it makes it pop. If you saw it in person, you would see what I'm talking about, because it doesn't really show online as well as it's showing over there in my mirror. So anyway, guys, that is it. I have got to get out of here and run some errands, go brush this hair. And as you guys see, I have been working my tail off trying to get this room done. And oh, quickly, I cannot find the person that won the other Jawbreaker palette from my live feed. I got the one for Rose, Beauty Boomer, but I cannot find the other one. So if you, be honest, are the one, because I know kind of your name, I'm not going to say it, but I do know like part of your name. If you are the one that won that palette, please, please, please message me down below, because I've got to get your information. Your palette is sitting right here. Rose's has been already sent, and I need to get a hold of you so I can get you your palette that you want. So please, please leave me a message below. If you have not entered my giveaway, please make sure you do, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.